Touch my heart, oh Yoshi, please return.
Something closed the door. Looking at this, What's this?
There's a curious looking... There's a slot.
One little self...
Lucian's statue creaks and groans. When it speaks, its voice is stony. It grinds and crackles with magic.
Thou shalt answer 4 questions.
The magic in the statue did... Lucian's...
Dost thou steal? Thou art...
Rosebush. When not in flower, it barely sticks at all.
There's Drudene growing in this yarrow. What an unusually large yarrow. A yarrow. And carefully buried, too.
I'm telling you, one.
The water rises and falls on Lord Ken's command.
The flower's beauty is betrayed by...
I have the feeling no one's in control anymore.
I'm on protection duty. I can't talk to you. Of course, who else? The keeper of the cathedral isn't just another priest. He must be kept safe. I haven't seen the likes of her the whole time I've been stationed here. And I think it's fair to say I'd remember if I did.
If only Lucian...
Well, I'm afraid that what you'd like isn't the deciding factor. Lord Arhu is a very busy man. I won't interrupt him on the whim of a stranger. He'll make himself available in his own time. The answer is final, and only Sister Aveni has permission. My sharp paladin. I can't very well fulfill my protection duties if you're distracting me now. Ugh. We've had... Of course... I haven't seen... I can't very well fulfill my protect... Of course. Ugh. We've had this conversation. I haven't seen the likes of my sharp pal. I can't very well fulfill my protection duties if you're just...
I pledge my
Greetings.
life.
Or do you wish to? Lucian's day wouldn't be the same without the faithful. Oh dear. But I'm afraid he has retired to his cathedral chambers. He is preparing the Lucian's Day Benedict. It was Lord Spence most. The path of the signs.
I pledge my soul.
The statue, the bottom.
Maybe one of these books. They must have written something down. Maybe that.
The statue, the bottom.
I'm on protection duty. I can't talk to you. Of course, who else? The keeper of the cathedral isn't just another priest. He must be kept safe.
I have the feeling no one's in control. If only Lucian were here.
Well, I'm afraid that what you'd like isn't the deciding factor. Lord Arhu is a very busy man. All right, you may proceed. If Lord Arhu unlocks the door for you, you may enter. Just keep it short. He's preparing for his Lucian's Day speech and won't appreciate being disturbed. If he won't open it for you, your next best bet is to give your message to Sister of Any. She's the only one with permission to enter. Aye, sharp, Paladin. The Grand Master's
lock and
chamber
key.
must be protected. Aye, Ma. Arhu's chambers have been ransacked.
This place has been ransacked.
How did they get past the guards?
I have the feeling no one's in control anymore.
How did they get past the guards?
If only Lucian were here. I have the feeling no one's in control anymore.
You there! We're looking into the disappearance of Lord Arhu. If you learn anything that might uncover his whereabouts, let us know at once. No, I thought he was in his chambers, gathering himself for the Lucian's Day ceremonials. Dallas came to the cathedral. I certainly haven't seen her, and I'd remember if I had. If so, there'll be hell to pay. How did they get past the guards?
What's this? I found something.
If only Lucian were here. If only Lucian were here.
there. If you see Lord Ahu, inform us at once. He seems to have gone missing. He's tall, dark-skinned, white-haired. Occasionally takes the form of a cat. How did they get past the guards?
When did it happen?
Lord Ahu is missing.
You there? No, I thought Dallas came to... If so...
I have the feeling no one's in control anymore.
Shh! She'll find me.
Come out, come. I saw Daddy with some weird-looking cat in the garden. I think he was even talking to it. He called it Archu, I think. Anyway, I asked if I could pet it, but Daddy shooed me away.
A blood rose bush. When not in flower, it barely stinks at all.
The fur of a white cat.
Lord Ahu comes to mind. Perhaps he's nearby.
Focus! Focus!
I.
Windigo lies on the floor, her essence all but drained from her frail bones. She shifts with a light clatter at the sight of you.
The God King's punishment awaits. I pray it arrives soon. I came for the Swornbreaker. I found only Chem's fury. This is what becomes of the King's fallen angels, God-woken. Mockery, torture, decay. A shrine to the God King. Linda Chem's holy refuge. And, it seems, my tomb. I cannot blame you. I've done precious little in my time to earn mercy.
Nice.
A dagger of pain shoots through your head, halting your advance instantly. You hear a voice, soft and calm, yet laced with disappointment.
Such a long journey you have undertaken, in the service of thieving charlatans, in pursuit of that which you will never obtain.
A long, sad sigh reaches you from the depths of the void itself.
I saw your abysmal treatment of my servant Isbale. Please, test my patience no further. This is your last chance. Abandon this folly, leave, and never return.
I am the past. I will be the future. I am the God King. You are but a misguided servant. Heed my words and leave. I do not wish you harm unless you force my hand. Because my followers are many, my followers are everywhere. Your endeavors are pointless.
The voice fades away, and with it, the pain.
Look, under the shrine, there's a pressure plate.
Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility. Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility. Windigo lies.
Fate can't be avoided, it seems. It's a hope I can't afford myself.
Windigo lies on the floor.
Fate can't be avoided, it seems. Please, it's a hope.
Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility. Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility. King knows the weight of responsibility.
What's on your...
A dagger of pain shoots through your head, halting your advance. You hear a voice.
Such a long journey you have undertaken.
A long...
I saw your...
The voice fades away.
Look, under
Only the
shrine,
God King
there's a pressure
knows the
plate.
weight of responsibility.
Windigo lies...
The God King's punishment. I came for the shrine to the God King.
Good find.
Windigo's spirit quakes.
He's close. So close. Can't you feel it?
A moment of silence.
He's tearing away my soul, God Woken. Cast me to the void if you must, but do not let him take me.
Windigo's spirit flutters and writhes. Your skull squeezes tight, and your throat burns with fire, but the substance of her being is nearly yours. Your head shrieks, as if split in two by the God King's umbrage, but you have overcome. Windigo's source funnels into you in steady gushes as you sling her spirit into the void. Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility.
Good find.
Windigo lies on the floor, her essence all but drained from...
Fate can't be avoided, it seems. A shrine to the God King. Linda Kem's holy refuge. It's a hope I can't afford.
Only the God King knows the weight of responsibility.
Ghosts! And they're tearing his soul apart.
There's someone here. He seems to be in great pain. mighty fine.
The spirit ignores you, focused as it is on tearing the source from its captive. It stinks of dark magic. There's nothing in the spirit but pain, its own and that of its captive. He resists the agony, but it's only a matter of time before the spirits tear his source away. The pain begins to hurt you, too. The man before you writhes in pain, oblivious to you. Otherworldly shackles are coiled all around him. The man raises his head with an anguished groan.
I am Ahu. Well, your search is at an end. Apologies if you were expecting a more convivial setting.
He coughs up a gout of blood. Before he can respond to your criticism, his eyes roll back and he passes out from the pain. The man doesn't respond. The dark stench assails you. The spirit concentrates on... The dark stench...
No, don't do it. The pain is too much. It will kill me. You can't.
He shudders as fresh waves of pain course through him.
Leave, while you still have a chance. And don't touch the...
He passes out mid-sentence from the pain.
It's too much.
His face goes slack as the pain renders him senseless. The man doesn't respond. He's out cold.
I'm too...
Please. Yes. Hey, no. No.
Why Ahu? I didn't know you had so many admirers. Come in, come in. I'm sure you have so many questions for me, but they can wait. First, I'd like to introduce you to an old friend.
Wendigo appears in a flash, bound and broken. Her bones are the color of old ash, and her teeth crooked and yellowed.
I found her snooping around my estate, and I don't like it when people touch my things.
Wendigo's shattered form recoils as Kem raises his hand. Kem pretends not to hear you. He looms over Wendigo, a behemoth in contrast to her pathetic frame.
I'd rather spend an eternity floating in void to one spent in bondage. Send me to the king.
As you wish. Now then, my dear Lord Ahu, you should have told me to expect visitors.
Run, you fools!
I might ask you the same. This place is mine, after all, and Ahu was my prisoner.
Why, Kem? Why betray everything for which you once stood?
Betray? I didn't betray the Order. I liberated it. As one of Lucian's pawns, I stood for weakness, frailty. And then the God King showed me the world as it could be. He made me a promise. He promised me a path unburdened by Lucian's pathetic need to defend the defenseless. He promised me a world dominated by the worthiest bloodlines across the ages. He promised me a lasting seat at his glorious table in return for my oath. For the king chooses only the strongest, the most loyal, the most deserving.
And now, Godwoken, I uphold the final act of my oath. Your execution. You can forget about finding Lucian. Believe me, no good comes from our so-called divine. That poison peddler. A swamp frog is a more potent warrior. Let me show you the power of the king's true chosen.
ghosts, and they're tearing his soul apart.
There's someone here. He seems to be in great pain.
No, don't do it. There's nothing.
He shudders as fresh waves of pain course through him.
Leave, or you still have it.
He passes out mid.
Stop! Yeah!
His face goes slack as the pain renders him senseless. The man doesn't respond.
I'm too weak. Please.
Pain only.
Why, Ahu? I didn't know you had so many admirers. Come in, come in. I'm sure you have so many questions for me, but they can wait.
Wendigo appears in a flash.
I found her snooping.
Wendigo's shattered form recoils as Kem pretends not to...
I'd rather spend an eternity.
As you wish. Now then, my dear Lord Ahu.
Run, you fools!
That, I'm afraid, is a matter of perspective. From where I stand, all of you must die. Everything depends on it.
Why, Kem? Why betray everything for which you once stood?
Betray? I didn't betray. As one of Lucian's, he promised me a... And now, God-woken. I thought you might say that. Never mind. Soon enough, you'll be free of this folly.
yourself. I'm ready.
I was convinced the pain would destroy me. That you would destroy me. But you freed me instead. The pain is gone. I feel almost whole. Because of my knowledge of the inner working of the cathedral. Kem and his Black Ring cronies will stop at nothing to harvest its secrets. To think I trusted a traitor. I thought him a friend, a protector of the city. Yet all the while he was trying to gain entry to the tomb, to Lucian's body. Just like you, I presume? You didn't come here by chance, did you? No. Your power, your skill. You're a Godwoken. Out of the kindness of your heart? No, I think not, Godwoken. You want something. You want to enter the tomb of Lucian, don't you? Well, what people believe about my role as the keeper of Lucian's tomb is all part of the Divine's plan. You are Godwoken. I was told Godwoken would want to get into the tomb. I was also told I should make sure that doesn't happen. I swore an oath to prevent anyone from ever entering the tomb of the divine. But that may have been a mistake. I've heard of your deeds. People call you a hero. Maybe the divine's tomb is a fortress, a gauntlet. No single person was entrusted with the entire sequence necessary to enter. Not even I. Lucian insisted that no one ever approach his remains, especially a god-woken. Before he died, he arranged for the lone wolves to hunt and harry any rumored god-woken until they were dead or banished to the ends of the world. Within Lucian's body resides the very power of the gods. The power to seed a new divine. He insisted this power remain there, eternally sealed within the tomb. To what ends, I don't know. But I know that even in his great wisdom, Lucian could not have foreseen times like these. The void's silent scream is about to engulf us. This is why I will help you. Because I believe only a new divine can save Rivellon. To pass the path of blood, you must bypass the statue of Lucian. The scroll of atonement, when used with a source amulet, will provide an alternative route. Have you by any chance met Sanders, the toy maker? Sanders, the toy maker, helped engineer the Path of Blood on behalf of Lucian. He's a genius. But his ways are, let's say, idiosyncratic. He works as a toy seller now, right here in Arx. You may tell Sanders I sent you. Sanders is the expert. But once you claim the amulet and the scroll, I'll explain how to use them. But be warned, bypassing Lucian's statue is just the beginning. I may be able to forewarn you of the dangers you'll face, but you must still face them. I'll be recovering in my chambers at the cathedral. I will answer as best as I can. The Divine worked in mysterious ways, and it was not our place to question him. I hope his spirit will forgive me for breaking my oath. He knew that his mortal remains would hold great power. The servants of the Void would naturally seek this power. We can never allow the Black Ring to lay their hands on his remains. Good luck, Godwoken.
Windigo's spirit quakes. She is no longer the arrogant banshee that summoned a kraken and brought down a magister vessel, but a fearful child bracing for parental punishment.
He's close, so close. Can't you feel him, Godwoken? The king approaches.
A moment of silence passes, and then Windigo's scream splits the air.
He's tearing away my soul, Godwoken. Cast me to the void if you must, but do not let him take me.
Windigo's spirit flutters and writhes. Your skull squeezes tight, and your throat burns with fire, but the substance of her being is nearly yours. Your head shrieks as if split in two by the God King's umbrage, but you have overcome. Windigo's source funnels into you in steady gushes as you sling her spirit into the void. With a glint in the dark of his eye, the spirit of Kem sneers at you.
I am sworn to the king, and sworn I remain, Godwoken. I owe you nothing. My aims were, are, no less than the God King's triumph. That's all you can know. Silence! Your words mean nothing to me. I serve but one master. It matters not if you defeat every last lich whose bones have risen in my master's honor, Godwoken. With or without me, with or without Ishmael.
With a glint in the dark of his eye.
I am sworn to the king. My aims were... Enough! Is it not obvious to you? To own the city is to own the cathedral, to own the tomb, to own Lucian.
Lucian is the key. The seven may be dead, but their essence still lives within his rotting corpse. When the God King claims that final pearl of divinity, his reign will begin. Imagine it, Godwoken, a pure and perfect world. Cowards will no longer beg for scraps at warriors' feet. The fruits of our own labor will belong only to us. The divinity held within Lucian's cadaver belongs only to the King's chosen. And you are not worthy. My master requires nothing less than the dead divine lying in its most famous tomb. There is still the wisp of the seven residing within him, a single wisp separating the rightful king from his kingdom. It matters not if you defeat every last lich whose bones have risen in my master's honor, Godwoken. With or without me, with or without Ishmael, the God King rises.
Arks, City of Secrets it is. And you know what happens to the most. If you don't know her, it's best to keep it that way. That...
Come out wherever you are.
Do pass the tea. The weather has been frightful.
A striking painting.
What better way to spend
And
Lucian's
featuring a
day than
familiar
drinking
face.
tea with friends?
Lady Kem sniffs with the pride of a peacock spreading its tail.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Possibly Ram's finest work. You may recognize the people in it. Alexander, of course, the dwarven queen Justinia, Gongi of the ancient empire, and the graceful Tiriara, the great elven seer. The Quorum. It was here that they made history, in this very room, in fact.
Lady Kem smiles graciously and offers you a cup of tea.
The Voidwoken invasion was in its infancy, and it was becoming clear that the creatures were drawn to Source. Bishop Alexander called the Quorum together. He demanded the elves, dwarves, and lizards agree to his plan. Gather and quarantine Source users across Rivellon.
She takes a slow sip of tea, eyeing you closely just above the cup's rim.
An excellent question. As it happens, the other three rebuffed Alexander's demands. The Lizard King. stately when silent. Yet so great was his descent, I was sure his shouts would split the ground open beneath us. A travesty! Alexander sought to protect us all from a scourge. The fork-tongued devil would sooner usher in a dark age than round up the troublemakers.
Lady Kem grins, then pours you yet another cup of tea.
Then there was the Queen. Smart as a whip, that one, and just as likely to sting you. Justinia listened to Alexander intently. I'd always thought of dwarves as pragmatic. I presumed she would ally with him, but she proved disloyal. The dwarves would not be part of his plan. I had forgotten that pragmatism is usually partnered with stubbornness, particularly when accompanied by an overabundance of ale.
Another smile, and another cup poured.
Attention turned to Tiriara. Perhaps she would bolster Alexander's position. The Elvenseer. Her heart bled, she said. A millennium of memories warned against a pogrom, she said. She would not assist the great Alexander. No great loss, I must add. The elves are scattered to the wind. Their influence is as thin as a dying willow's twig. Besides, like any elf, Tiriara's head floats in the clouds. They tell wonderful stories, but live fantasies as absurd as any lizard dreamers.
She pours you yet another cup of tea with an elegant flourish. The pot is seemingly bottomless.
Ah, it's been a pleasure to reminisce on that day. Please do make yourself comfortable. You are such delightful company.
She sips from her cup, and you bow in farewell.
Shall we talk, my friend? Do be careful not to break... Shall we talk, my friend? Indeed. Is there more to discuss? Oh, but you seem to be a bit feverish. Perhaps you should see him, dear. Something is clearly ailing you. Held captive? In my own home? This can't be my husband's work. There must be some sort of mistake. The cat in the garden. Ahu. He seemed resentful of late towards his position, towards the whole order. It was more in a way, I suppose. My husband showed scant care for others. I did what I could to compensate for his failings. Though not enough, evidently. I care for the people of this city, I truly do. I brought them into our home so that I could hear from them, to let them know that their betters listened to them. My husband? What is it? What happened? I know. My husband's actions are his own. I do not condone them. He dug his own grave, then, with the choices he made. Do you know how it happened? Then he reaped what was sown. You have my thanks for your candor. I'd like some time to myself now, if you don't mind. Well...
Lady Kem nods to you, her expression unchanged.
I won't weep for a traitor. None should. Ah, do be careful not...
I do hope the Kems might reopen the school. Children should not suffer from our mistake.
Lord Kem be joining us, my lady?
Linda, I fear, is far too busy with let's not hold our breath, shall we? More tea? What better way to spend Lucian's day than drinking tea with friends?
Yes, Mum.
Your children seem well adjusted to a noble life.
Keep my teeth full.
Now is not the time for a bath.
Something.
Careful now. That's a
Okay.
trap.
I see a trap
I see a
nearby.
trap nearby.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Careful.
Careful now.
I've spotted a trap.
Lucky find. Someone has taken a great interest in Dallas.
The surface of the mirror is smooth and unblemished. Not a single speck of dust sits on the black glass. A vision appears. It wavers, then becomes clear. In the reddish light cast by flowing lava, you see a cave. The roof has fallen in. A figure lies trapped beneath the fallen rock, alive but in terrible pain. The figure turns toward you. It snarls in agony and rage, and you feel its mind reach out to yours, searching for a way inside. The figure retreats, angry and sore, but most of all, weak. You sense that this is not something to which the figure is accustomed. You can feel its fear, and then an ominous rumble begins. The image quivers and shakes. The roar grows to a deafening cacophony, and the figure opens its mouth in a silent scream. It covers its head as the rocks start to fall. The mirror goes silent and black.
I wonder who that was.
The black glass of the mirror reflects nothing but your own image. The mirror is dead. The black glass of the mirror... The surface of the mirror is smooth and a vision appears. The figure turns towards you. A figure, pathetic and weak, tries to summon its powers of speech, but cannot. A feeling washes from it, loud and perfectly clear. Free me! And then an ominous rumble begins. The image quivers and shakes. The roar grows to a deafening cacophony, and the figure opens its mouth in a silent scream. It covers its head as the rocks start to fall. The mirror goes silent and black.
I wonder who that was.
The black glass of the mirror reflects nothing. The black glass of the...
Lucky find.
Note the blood.
Lady Kem has been kind enough to host me until I can return to the kingdom. I vow. Yes, the void closes in. It's so much more dangerous than even death fog. Death fog we can see and smell. The void is empty, intangible. We don't know it's there until its creatures are upon us. It pains me to know the Black Ring preyed on my weakness. My hands are not yet clean of the victim's blood. I will make amends. Somehow. Bless his heart. Yes? What about them? I read the dwarf. They deserve a mother. It was Isbel. She healed. It was after Ali when we came to farewell.
A pleasant mansion, this. Though not quite as pleasant as the consulate that went up in flames. Retribution is in order. May I say you look fit to deliver it.
Voidwoken. To see them is to scar one's soul. And you, of course, assured it. I cannot thank you enough, O brave soul. The ancient empire is in your debt.
Word has reached me the fabled Red Princess is safe and sound. So, why not buy yourself something pretty to celebrate?
Best to sell anything of value. The voice of the ancient empire must still be heard in Arcs, and that will require gold.
The statue, the bottom drops out from within you.
You always bring me to such wonderfully destructive places. I'll never find somewhere quiet to settle down at this rate. My dear. Why? I can't remember the last time someone's helped me like this. Perhaps even never. When the final hour comes, I will stand by your side. I promise. After all, I am soon to be a free woman. I can choose to fight for whomever I wish now. You're lucky that I enjoy a bumpy ride, my dear. Our arrival here was vigorous, even for my tastes.
You must truly savor. Would you rush perfection? It will...
The man stares unblinkingly at his canvas, lost deep in his thoughts.
For the most part. A copy can be seen at but the original, he keeps it locked away, self-pres...
These magisters don't tend to buy weapons.
Still, paladin.
You're positively haunting me with your presence of late. Something I can help you with? Source, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit of magic in them. It turns a mere toy into a friend.
What of it?
The path of blood is my legacy, and the legacy of my late departed fellows. I can't just give away its secrets, absolutely. Welcome to my humble shop. Was there something you desired? Sauce, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit... What of it? Myself and others, some of the finest feats of engineering ever conceived guard the remains of the divine. The path of blood was our masterpiece. Now I'm the last one alive, the last engineer of the cathedral and its secrets. I've retired and found a new calling, these wondrous darlings. One of my late colleagues designed them for the cathedral, little wind-up sentries to guard against intruders. Now I busy myself turning the surplus into toys. It truly feels good to spread a little joy in my twilight years. The path of blood is my legacy, and the legacy of my late departed fellows. I can't just give away its secrets, absolutely not.
Sanders considers you for another moment, then relents with a sigh.
All right, so be it. Now please, listen carefully. The statue of Lucian at the Path of Blood judges those who come before it, deciding whether they have lived pure lives or not. By pure, I mean that you cannot have killed or feasted upon souls or done anything else that would have caused you to seem heinous in the eyes of the divine. If you are deemed to be pure, then the statue will allow you to pass unhindered. The specifics are rather involved, but just as Source can give life to puppets, so too can it grant wisdom to stone. The will of the statue is the will of the divine, I can assure you. There is another way, though one that is supposed to be reserved for the keeper of the cathedral. Lord Ahu is the keeper. All matters relating to the tomb of the divine are for him to decide upon, including the path of blood. You must seek him out and receive his blessing before I can help any further. Held captive? By Kem? Are you certain? Then I was right to sequester myself here with my puppets. Trusting people is a folly. But it seems that you are to enter the tomb of the divine, and I am to help you get there. So be it. In order to pass the first chamber, you'll need an amulet that's charged with Source. 5 souls worth, to be precise. Here, take this amulet and fill it with Source. When you've done that, return to me and I'll tell you what must be done next. You must wear the amulet as you consume Source. The excess power will be siphoned into it until it is full. Good luck. You may need it. Greetings. I trust that the item... A beautiful piece, isn't it? Have you charged it? It absorbs Source as you gather it. Not a lot, just spillage, let's say. Nothing that you miss. Once it's charged with 5... Well, get on with it then, why don't you? I thought this was an urgent matter. Look at you. Beautiful, inside and out.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall tread.
Where the smells?
My, this is useful. Amulet is glowing with source. Can't hold anymore.
Majesty's routed! Lord Kemp's paladin's back in charge!
Roll up, don't be shy. Back in business. Thank the gods for Lord Cam, eh? He sorted out them void woken. Now, what'll it be?
Back to refill your quiver, are you?
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Nature provides. Sturdy bows and sharp arrows here for the choosing.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall tread, we shall talk.
All those broken arrows? You've got your work cut out?
Some are still good. What you looking for?
As suppose
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
Very funny.
You a hunter? I've got just the thing.
Nature provides. What a pile of junk.
It got damaged in the fight. It'll...
You're confident. I'll give you that.
You a hunter? I've got
Look, by all means, but do not touch the merchandise. Human skin's impure oils may taint even the least delicate of my herbs and tinctures.
What you looking for?
I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
Look, by all means, but do not touch the merchandise. Human skin's impure oils. Browse as you must, but do respect my wares. They are too fragile for coarse fingers. You've got an ally in me.
Greetings. I trust that the item I gave you is a beautiful piece, isn't it? Have you charged it yet?
It absorbs source.
Well, get on with it then, why don't you? Greetings. I trust that the item I gave you is having the desired effect. A beautiful piece, isn't it? Have you charged it yet?
Fully charged, you say? That would mean that 5 souls have been... actually, I'd rather not dwell on exactly how you charged the device. On to the next matter.
You'll need the Scroll of Atonement. It's locked in my desk on the 2nd floor. The password is Giora. When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go to the Path of Blood. On the left side of the chamber, on a pillar near Lucian's statue, you should see a hidden mechanism. It will clear the way. Good luck. You may need it. I believe I've told you all that... All right. When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go... Good luck. Daddy's going to fix you right up.
The puppet looks at you with what... The puppet looks at you... You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
Papa's permission granted. You may pass, friend, and...
The puppet's words choke off. It spasms and flares with sauce. Then it is still once more, and a different voice emerges from within.
You have hampered me long enough. This place will be your tomb, the only one you shall enter.
The desk is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you. Beneath this sits a framed square of blank parchment. The parchment stares back. The desk is locked. You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment. The ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click. Note the blood. The puppet looks at you.
I believe I've told you all that you required. Was there something else?
What? There must be some mistake. They're just toys now. They wouldn't hurt a fly, unless I wanted them to. I'll look into the matter. A misunderstanding, I'm sure.
All right. When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go to the Path of Blood, on the left side of Good Luck.
God woken, you return. God woken, you return. Generations of work, just strewn across the floor. God woken, you return. God woken, you return. God woken, you return. I'm wasted in this place. Any fool can throw together a bloody stew. I'm wasted in this place. Any fool can throw together a bloody stew. Who knows how long it will take to fix this mess? God woken, you return. God woken, you return. Time wasted in this place. Any fool can throw together a bloody stew.
God woken, you return. Put the amulet on and charge it up by consuming Source. Once it's got 5 charges in it, it'll be ready to go. Bring the amulet and the scroll to the Path of Blood. By the statue of Lucian, there is a hidden mechanism. Set the fully charged amulet in the hidden receptacle, then read from the scroll. Many obstacles lie between the Path of Blood and the resting place of the divine. I can only help with one, the Death Room. It is a room of many levers. 5 will lead you closer to your goal. The rest will lead you to your death. Each lever is named for a virtue of the divine. Find the levers whose initials spell the word power. Select these 5 and these alone. My dear, we all have questions. Sometimes we may even get answers. One designer, Sanders, became a toy maker of all things.
Ahu barks a mirthless laugh.
The others died. Dead bones keep secrets better than any living thing. The divine worked in mysterious ways, and it was not our place to question him. He knew that his mortal remains would hold great power. In my time, I've worn many hats, many of them pointed. I've been a scholar, an engineer of sorts, a protector of towns and villages, a thief, a lover. For one particularly memorable period of time, I was a cat. Those were the days. But through it all, I've been what you might know as a wizard. All these long years I have worked to maintain balance in the world. Lately, that has seen me at the service of Lucian. But this is just one way to tell my tale. There are many versions of Ahu through the ages. My body, or bodies as it happens, age. But my spirit does not decay. Shall I go on? It may sound stupid, given the world in which we find ourselves, but I strive for balance, and a realm in which all creatures can feel safe and free of terror. Hence my alliance with Lucian. I have lowered my aspirations somewhat in recent centuries, I admit. Now I'd settle for the world staying out of the void. Amazing how your priorities change over time. I knew Lucian would defend Rivellon from oblivion. I thought he would be equal to the task and easily succeed. It seems I may have been wrong.
Hello? Smelly man threw my ball away and now I'm... Hello? Smelly man threw my ball away and now I'm so... Hello? Smelly man...
I pledge my soul. O Lucian, please return.
You are completely ignored.
I pledge my soul. O Lucian, please return.
I pledge my life.
Lucian's blessings to you. Lucian's blessings to all.
I closed my heart. Something closed the door. Look there. A switch.
There, a switch.
A switch.
There's a curious-looking panel discreetly nestled upon the wall. Upon it is a lone button. There's a slot in the center of the button. It looks like something should be placed in it. The amulet is a perfect fit, though nothing more happens. Perhaps it's missing something. The button slowly sinks into the wall, as if pushed by an invisible hand. A moment passes, and the amulet falls from the slot. All is the same as before. A long, empty moment ticks by. Something's not right. It's not working. Nothing happens. A long, empty moment. Nothing happens. There's a curious-looking panel discreetly nestled upon the wall. There's a slot in the center of the... A long, empty moment. Nothing happens. The amulet is a perfect fit, though nothing more. Nothing happens. The button slowly sinks into the... A moment passes, and the amulet... A long, empty... Nothing happens. A long, nothing happens. A long, nothing happens.
Already brimming with there, a switch.
There's a curious-looking panel discreet. The amulet fits the slot perfectly. There's a slot in the center of the button. The button slowly sinks. The source fades from the amulet, consumed by the inner mechanisms of the button. Gears turn behind the ancient walls, almost like they're acknowledging the words you spoke. A nearby hatch in the floor unseals itself.
There,
There.
switch.
A switch.
There, a
There.
switch.
There.
A switch.
There.
There's a curious-looking panel discreetly nestled upon the wall.
There. A switch.
Surprise! You left a little boy to rot in a prison cage, and yet I made it here. What do you say?
You recognize the approaching child. He is hardly a picture of innocence. His cheeks aren't rosy, but sallow. His smile isn't curious, but crooked.
Surprise! You left a little boy to rot in a prison cage, and yet I made it here. What do you say to that, eh? What do you say to that? I'm not a little boy. I'm not. I mean, I can see why you'd think I am.
His voice changes, becomes deeper, rougher, older.
Really, I'm not. Say hello to your mistake.
A razor smile unfolds upon his lips, but his eyes are gone. The light in them has turned black. Any time he may have had as a sane and functional human is well and truly over.
Yes, my Lord Lucian, I'm coming. I'll free you. I'll protect you. I'm coming, my lord. I'm coming, Lucian. I'm coming. I'm coming right after I...
Well, that's one problem solved. Now on to the next.
A mistake!
The statue reaches toward the sky, as though preparing to take flight. The bottom drops out from within. Even in death, the spirit of Charon, the great mistake, is lost in insanity.
Lucian, I'm coming. I'm coming, Lucian. I'm coming, Lucian. Lucian, I'm coming. Coming, coming!
The spiritual union is sudden. It sounds and feels as if you have fallen to the sand chest first from the coast's tallest cliff. You gasp, and you open your eyes. You bow to Alexander, as Gareth had said you must. You rise, and the bishop's scepter points directly at you. Show me. He is the master. You are the obedient hound, and he wants to see your tricks. Alexander eyes the totem apathetically, then waves you off without a word. He doesn't see your fists tighten. He doesn't see your jaw clench. He doesn't know that next time will be different. Your soul rejoins your body with the same force with which it left. The spirit of Charon looks at you. For once, his gaze is crystal clear. You find instead an ocean of rage, storm-torn and heavy, with great black waves battering the shores of his conscious mind. At the bottom of this angry sea, you find the dark silt of regret. Charon wishes he could have been more than he was. He wishes he could have been the creator. But he was the destroyer, and he embraced destruction, fearing he could be nothing more. And there, beneath the regret, lies the kernel of fear from which all of this rage flowed. Fear that he could not be better. Fear that what he was all that he could be. Fear of his own potential greatness. Charon blinks once, twice, then the ocean of anger evaporates. The nugget of fear appears in the palm of his hand. He stares at it, turns it this way and that. Then he closes his hand over it and squeezes. When he opens it again, his hand is empty. He smiles at you, lays his hand upon your breast, and gives you a gift, one soul to another, to enhance your talents as you see fit. Then he leaves for the halls.
Is my strength.
Peering through the iron grating, you can see how it...
Sign of Lucian's body. Has Dallas beaten us here?
The blessed altar seems to want to be touched. In the space beyond the altar, the pipework shifts. The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks, as if the pipework was moving. The sound comes from beyond the altar, but also echoes and gurgles behind. A blessed stone in the space beyond. The altar seems to respond. Beyond.
adventure no farther. Only death lies beyond. Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not be broken. Preserve thyself and flee. To cross this threshold is to plunge into thy grave. Do not decide in haste. Very well. Embrace thy fate.
Moving to Doctor's atmosphere enablement. Doctor's atmosphere enabled. Moving to a rapid descent cranial disruptor.
There's no end to them.
Moving to reinforcement deployer. Noxious atmosphere enabled. Moving to Orpheus manipulator. Orpheus manipulator. Activated. Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor. Rapid descent cranial disruptor.
Another one. How many? What the hell's just happened? Ah, pulling a lever invites magical translocation.
cranial disruptor. Moving. Hazardous concoction vessels generated.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Moving to reinforcement deployer. Reinforcements deployed.
No end to them. Moving to reinforcement deployer. Moving to involuntary death assistant. Moving to corporeal transposition engine. Corporeal transposition imminent. There's no end. Moving to reinforcement deployer.
around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Atmosphere enabler. Moving to corporeal transposition engine.
There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Moving to Arthur's manipulator. Transposition engine. Moving to reinforcement deployment. Moving to hazardous concoction generator. Hazardous concoction vessel generated. Moving to reinforcement deployed. Reinforcements deployed.
Another one? How many more could there be?
reject the system.
Another one? How many more could there be? That lever did something. I could feel it.
Moving to left. Moving to noxious atmosphere enabler. Noxious atmosphere enabled. Moving to noxious atmosphere enabler. Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunity. Moving to reinforcement deploy. All real. Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunity. Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunities.
There's no end to them. Something happened, I think. How yield to none.
Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor. involuntary death assistant. Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor. Moving to orifice manipulator. Orifice manipulator activated. Moving to involuntary death assistant.
Something's happening. That must have been the last lever.
Must be getting closer to Lucian's crypt.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken. This is the point of no return. Somewhere beyond this point, you shall be undone, or you shall ascend. There is no middle ground.
Come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it. Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Malady wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.